Hi, welcome back to Moose in Chemistry. This is redox reactions, oxidation reduction, and acidic solution, problem number 6. So we're going to look at redox reactions and acidic solution. Now to do this, we're going to take this equation H2S plus NO3 negative yields S8 plus NO, and we're going to do two half reactions since it's an acidic solution. So the first half reaction is going to be H2S yields S8. And the second half reaction, I'll put it right here, is going to be NO3 minus yields NO. All right. So now what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to look at this. This has a -2 charge because this is H2, so it's 2 times 1 is 2. So this has a 0 charge. So look at this. We're going from a -2 to a 0, so we're losing electrons. So lose electrons, oxidize, and we're losing 2 electrons. See that? So we need to put that 2 electrons over here. Okay. Also notice that we have 8 sulfurs here, right? So that means we have to put an 8 right there. When we do that, we now have 16 hydrogens. You look here, we have 16 hydrogens there, right? So that means we have to add 16 hydrogens here. However, for each S we have a -2. We lose 2 of them, but we have 8 of these sulfurs. So this 2 is actually now going to become 16 electrons. So let's go ahead and change that out again. And remember, that's happening because we have 8 S's there. See? We have 8 S's, and each S is 2 electrons, right? So it's going to give me 16. So now let's clean everything up. And again, if you didn't get that, you can always watch the video over and over until you understand what we're talking about there, and it'll make sense. All right, now, so we've got that half reaction basically done, right? Let's look at this reaction. We're going from we have a +2 nitrogen here. How do I know that's +2? Well, look, we have a -2 for our oxygen, so this has to be a +2 here. And on this side, we have -2 for oxygen. That gives us -6. But to have this -1 charge there, nitrogen would have to be a +5. So we are going to go from +2 here, right? So we're going from +5, sorry, to +2. So we're going to gain electrons and reduce. We're going to gain 3 electrons to be exact. So let's go ahead and clean that up again. Sometimes it gets a little bit complicated, so you just got to kind of follow along. So we're gaining 3 electrons. So we're going to put 3 electrons on this side here. Now, there's something else we have to take care of. Notice that this has 3 oxygens, right? We only have 1 oxygen over here, so we've got to add 2 oxygens. And so that means we're going to put 2 waters there, right? So that'll give us a total of 3 oxygens on that side. However, now we have 4 hydrogens on this side, so we have to put 4 hydrogens here. And now everything looks good. Now we're ready to kind of bring the 2 together a little bit. Notice that we have 3 electrons here and 16 electrons there. So what that means is we're going to multiply this top equation by 3 and this bottom equation by 16. All right, so let's go ahead and do that and see what we get. So 3 times 8 is 24. So that 8 now becomes a 24. So let's erase that 8 there, and that 8 will become a 24. We'll put a 3 in front of here. This 16 is going to become a 48, and that's going to become a 48 electrons. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to erase the 16 here and the 16 here, and we're going to put 48 on both of those. And again, this takes a lot to look at, so you have to kind of go slow with it. All right. Now, on the bottom here, we're going to multiply everything by 16. So let's go ahead and do that. So when we multiply the bottom by 16, let's see here, this 2 is going to become 32. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Now we have 32 H2Os. We're going to have 16 NOs. And then we're going to need to kind of make this a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger here. Oh, we can go ahead and do this. Hang on. So this 4 times 16. Okay, so we have 4 times 16, which is going to become 64 hydrogens right there. And this is going to become 48 electrons here. So let's make everything clean up here. So we're going to have 48 electrons plus 64 hydrogens plus 16 NO3. So we'll put the 16 right there. Yields 16 NO plus 32 H2O. Alright, so now let's go ahead and erase some things and clean things up. Everything's looking good now. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cancel out commonalities. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if you would look here, we have 48 electrons on this side, and we have 48 electrons on this side. So our electrons are gone. Alright, now we have 48 hydrogens here. We have 64 hydrogens here, so that 48 is not going to become a 16. So let's go ahead, that's 64, sorry, it's going to become a 16 now. So we get 16 hydrogens there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine everything together. So we get 16 hydrogens plus 24 H2S plus 16 NO3 yields 3S8 plus 16 NOs plus 32 H2O. Well, this was quite a problem, wasn't it? If you liked this video, give us a like and consider subscribing so we can grow this channel. You guys be snarly, and we'll see you back here at Moosine Chemistry!